I've got the new Sony FX3 right here. It's really amazing that Sony went back and made an 8mm film camera. It's just amazing. It's all manual. There's no audio, audio. You just, tie it up, you press in, you start shooting. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got the Carl Zeiss optics. And not just that, there's the new famous handle for the new FX3. You have to plug it in. It doesn't work wirelessly. No. That's all old school. And then you just crank it up, and then you can shoot. You can shoot straight. It's not working. You can shoot straight. You can shoot sideways. You can shoot top, bottom. You can even, shoot selfies. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Film, that's the shit. Jokes aside, this is a very old Pentaka film camera, 8mm. It's probably twice as old as I am. It's a family heirloom from my grandfather, who was also a camera enthusiast. Camera stuff. This is why I started a YouTube channel. I'm a tech geek. I love cameras and everything about cameras. And talking about cameras... That's just...
Okay, everybody, positions. Roll sound. Roll camera. Action.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna talk about...
That's the dream. So, hello. The new Sony FX3 just came out. And these are my thoughts. Specs wise, it is basically the Sony a7S III in a cinema body. And it might feel weird why Sony put this out there, but I believe there are some specific changes to this body that gives it the right to call it, to call itself being a part of like a cinema line. And the first thing is that this camera, ergonomics wise, this camera is built for cinema work, for a video shooter. So it's a video shooter first camera, and this Sony a7S is a video first mirrorless camera. That is true, but it's still a photo camera. By design, it's a photo camera. It's just the body itself. The mounts and the handle, the rotating screen and the tele lights. These are all things that come really handy when you're shooting stuff. Like a lot of people just buy the Sony a7S III. They buy a cage, they put it in a cage, and then they put the handle on top. You basically get the same thing here, but the handle does have the audio recorder, and you do plug it straight in. So there's no need for like external stuff. And the good thing is that basically it's already ready to be mounted by, whatever accessory you feel you need when you're shooting with this camera. The second thing is that telelights. I think personally that telelights are a great addition to any video camera. I'm using the Fuji X-T3, and I have to say that while I was skeptical at first as to, why would I need this, it's a great help to have a telelight on the camera. It's a good indicator to your subject that the camera is rolling. You can be far away from the person who's shooting you, like let's say you're snowboarding, skiing, whatever. You can always see that light being on or off. You cannot hear somebody yell action, or you can think you've heard action and you look at that person and you see the camera and the light is on, you count to 3 and you go because the camera's rolling. So it's a really cool thing. It's a bonus. It's why it's a video camera. When you are, shooting, you get that red frame around your screen, and it's a very useful thing. You might think you gotta know when you're shooting. If you're doing a lot of things, it can be frustrating to find that little red dot. This is why tele lights and this special red lighting for when you're recording is so useful, because when you're overwhelmed by other stuff, you actually know that you're recording. It's easier. Psychologically, it's a lot more helpful. When you think about it, this camera, even though it's more expensive than the Sony a7S III, basically brings you all that stuff that you would buy anyway if you were to buy that camera for cinema work. If you wanted to buy a cage, a grip, an audio recorder, a telelight, you get all that in the package. And they've added that zoom handle, and I think this might be useful, for example, for documentary work. Generally, people don't use, you know, digital zoom or any sort of zoom while at least filming on photo lenses. But it can be a useful thing. Documentaries or like live streamings are such a thing. It gives you an advantage. It gives you an option that you would not have had with the other camera. So it's a cool thing. This camera is not just aimed at YouTubers. This camera is aimed for everybody who's doing small TV production, who's doing live streams, you know, who's doing like any sort of classical video production. It's got a lot of features that cameras in that type of productions would have. And this is why this camera fits in the cinema line and the A7S3 does not. It's just that usability, it's just the ergonomics, it's the buttons, it's the functionalities out of the box without buying that extra gear. Doesn't matter that you can get the same image out of it than with Sony A7S3, it's the ergonomics and the usability that makes it a cinema camera. Anyway, this is it. A few thoughts from me on the new Sony FX3. If I get a chance, I'll get one, I'll use it, I'll make a review about it. I would love to try it in person just to see, you know, how it handles. Till then, have a good time. If you found this video likeful, make sure to like it, subscribe not to miss on any of the future videos and to make me really happy. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao.